Darkcast Network. Indie pods with a dark side.
You are listening to Castles and Cryptids, where the castles are haunted and the cryptids are cryptic as fuck. And I'm your Outlander-obsessed host. I'm Alanna.
And I'm Kelsey.
She's Kelsey
I
with
say,
the curly hair. Wait, no. Someone had to ask me the other day if you were the one with the curly hair in the photos, and I was like, yes.
Oh, I feel like we've got that question multiple times now.
Oh, yeah. I think, yeah, someone, not in my immediate family, but like, what my
They can't tell us apart?
Yeah, my dad's ex, she commented on one of the pictures, and I think she was commenting like that one was of just me, but it was you. We were both hanging out in my hot tub. And then not, like, she commented on the one picture, like, I don't know. It could have been you. It was something just like gorgeous, or I don't know. I don't remember. No, but I just remember like people have definitely had to ask. Also, me and my daughter get confused for each other on the phone too. Apparently, we sound the same. I should get her on the pod.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Phones always make people sound weird, so I don't know.
True.
Yeah.
Do you think we sound different in real life than we do on the pod? I don't think you sound different, but
Not really.
Yeah. I also really need new headphones. That reminds me, I keep having to use the right one because I apparently used the left earbud too much, and now it hardly holds a charge for more than like 20 minutes before it's like, please, charging. Yeah.
please commence with the charging. Please, charge me.
I'm dying. Yeah. It's very polite about it, but oh,
please charge me. Yeah.
They lasted quite a while. Studio headphones, I would recommend.
They did. It's been years. I have a pair of the Studio now that I bought from my work. So I was telling you should try and get a pair. Yeah, they just I don't know. I went back to these other ones when we're recording, the ones that wrap around the back of my ear, because the other ones wearing them for more than like an hour or two makes my ears hurt a bit. So I was like, totally. These ones are much more comfortable because they, with it like wrapping around, it can just kind of like gently sit in your ears. So
exactly. Excuse me. Oh, I forgot mine at home the other day, and then I had to wear my work headset for earphones, which is just on one side. You know, it's the
just
call center headphone. Yeah. Just one.
First world problems. I left my headphones at home.
Gross ass fucking.
I had to listen to my podcast all day long.
At least I could switch it back and forth between ears more easily. It's not going, please charge me. But yeah. I also hate having to wear the headset when I'm going to have to take calls, like when we're doing calls in the morning, what we call salvage. Trying to get people to freaking update their information so that we can process their registrations. Please update your credit card and your information. No. And then it's like, press one if you want to talk to someone. So it's like very low key, not super hard like calls, but yeah, then we're on the phone and then like I hate the jump scare of like having the phone on your ear and listening to something and then having it ring. I don't like that. So I'll like put it down. I don't like ringing in my ear. Gross. I hate that.
I am happy I don't have to be on the phones a whole lot at my job.
No, exactly.
It's good. Yeah, not like I remember being on there. You'd be like on a call for 45 minutes and like, I hate this.
Oh my god, no, thank God.
I'm just gonna constantly put you on hold so that we don't listen to each other breathe for 2 minutes of silence at a time while I try and do something.
Ew. Yeah. Oh no, that's when you put them on hold. But yeah, like calls when you were in travel could totally be that long. I maybe take like 2 calls now, and it's just like, oh yeah, yes, because you got to update this or whatever, and you're like, bye now, and you hope they just go
I
away.
used to, yeah, I used to ask them all the questions I could think of off the top of my head and get all of their information, and then I would tell them, what's a phone number I can call you back on, and I would put myself on unavailable and do everything, and then I would just call them back at the end. I'd be like, I cannot be on this call with you the whole time.
No, it depends, what people are like wanting you to do. The awkward silence is a real thing, where sometimes you like someone's like say they're gonna go get something, but they never say they come back, and then you're like, are we both just sitting here in silence? And then eventually you're like, hello? And then it'll be like, wait, it's just been an awkward silence this whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, but I could be totally awkward on the phone, so I get it. I've been on both sides.
Yeah, same. As soon as it clicks onto, this is a recorded phone call, you're like, oh no.
I was gonna say, don't get me started on how many times I've had to call my insurance company trying to get things sorted out in the last little bit with my car insurance. I'm switching. I hate them now. So it's a place that is not user friendly or available is very annoying. Terrible call center agents don't help you at all. Like sometimes we joke at my work that we help them too much. We're more like hand-holdy, where somebody said they had to explain to someone 4 times today, or 4 different people today, how to go in and renew their registration in person in an office.
Oh my God.
Like what? Anyway, we both still have real jobs, guys. So that was that tangent. We haven't talked much in the last little bit. Poor Kelsey's been sick.
Yeah. I was sick. I hope I don't sound sick. Even yesterday or the day before, people at work were telling me I still sounded sick, and my ears were very crackly until actually this morning.
Awful.
So, yeah, hopefully I don't sound
like
crazy.
Your head radio's coming in badly. I call it my head radio when I get different songs stuck in my head.
I can play you guys. So what? I was playing it at work. So 3 years ago, my ears did the same thing, and I thought I was hallucinating. So I actually recorded what it sounded like outside of my ears. And the same thing was happening this time. I didn't record it this time because I don't think it was nearly as loud. But I can play you guys what it sounded like inside of my ears for the last week and a half.
Like in real life.
Yeah. It's like, is it playing? Oh. So that's like the sounds I would hear in my ear.
Oh yeah, like a clicking almost.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Are you echolocating? That makes me want to crack my knuckle. Oh, there. That felt better.
Oh. Yeah. That's what it sounded like outside of my head with my phone against it. That's how I recorded that 3 years ago. Now imagine how loud that sound is inside your head right up against your eardrum. It's like deafening. God. And it was doing it 24/7 for like the last week. Every time I swallowed, every time my jaw moved, I drank anything, I ate anything, it was like crack.
Okay, but that's weird enough. You did, you could like ask the doctor if that's normal, right?
It is. It's like the different tubes and stuff in your ears after the swelling goes down. The tubes and everything are like all opening to try and drain the fluid that like built up.
Yeah.
And that's the sound of that, is like all the things like popping open.
Good Lord.
Gordo's little foot just came in and hit the screen and almost minimized you. You little boy.
Gordo?
He just reached over and went boop on the screen. Like, goodbye.
Gordo, you will get an earful. He's like, I can't hear you at all. I've had enough.
Oh, that reminds me, I was at work this morning and we were talking about little Gordo, and somebody at work Somebody at work was like, you know what Gordo means, right? And
Yeah.
Batman. I was like, yes, I do actually. And I had to tell them, oh no, I call him El Gordo.
El Gordo.
Batman.
Little Gordo. So yeah. Gordorito, maybe if he's having a thin day. No.
Yeah. Yeah, they said Gordorito too.
I forgot that when I covered that
so
one.
Funny.
Oh, sorry. It made me think of when we covered one case where I was like, I just want to be called Lanita now. I think because Lana Turner or something. And then I didn't remember that until my brother texted me the next week and was like, hello, Lanita, or something. And I was like,
oh, I do not remember you telling me that.
I didn't remember it the week after it happened. I think because she was very close to maybe her Hispanic, oh God, I was going to say maid or something that sounds terrible to me in my ears now. Assistant, probably we'd call her now. I think she was like her housekeeper. And I don't know. It's very, I Love Lucy and what's his name?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't remember.
I have no idea.
Oh. Our brains are gone today, people, okay? We work too hard. We operate on too little sleep sometimes. But you guys all know how that feels.
Yeah, I've been up since 3:30 in the morning, so...
Ew. It's disgusting. Oh yeah, and thank you. Sorry for switching topics and things. I didn't know. But even before you got sick, I kind of put a spanner in the works, as they say in the UK. Oh, in the UK. Yes, what are we doing today? We're not going to do... I had picked more like spree killers, which, in a way is kind of just like mass murders, and was not... I didn't end up wanting to even record it the week after we picked it because of horrible killings and stuff that had happened right here in Canada. So I asked Kelsey to switch, and that's delayed us a bit. So then that's why we didn't have like a real new episode last week. So I'm sorry.
Yeah. But Alanna pulled it together. She had some spooky haunted stories for everybody to tide you over.
I was like, I hope this is okay. And then I was like, I think it's okay. I'll just read a few. I've heard them read things on other podcasts. I'm sure nobody will mind. Yeah. And then after I told you didn't text me for a while, and then I was like, I hope she's just sick and not like actually like...
No, I read my phone and then totally forgot that you had like sent me like 4 paragraphs I should have responded to.
Paragraphs? Oh no, that's where I went wrong. That's overwhelming, those kind of texts sometimes.
I'm pretty sure it was a night when I was closing, so I saw it at like 9:39, and I was like, I'll respond to this when I get home. And I was like, no, you'll totally forget about it in 5 minutes.
Yeah, mine's usually I'm buzzed or something, and I see it, and then I realize the next morning that I just stopped talking to the person at some point in the evening.
You forgot to hit send.
Never replied. Yeah. Oh God. Okay, no, that's good to know.
Anyway, we have a much lighter episode to break things up.
Yeah.
Some UK cryptids.
Hell yeah. I like when we do more cryptids and creatures and stuff. We're always like, let's get back to our roots and do a castle or something.
Yeah, our last 2 episodes we've done castles, and now we're doing cryptids. It's like perfect.
I will say mine's unconventional. I wouldn't necessarily put them strictly in a cryptid category, but that could be paranormal and mysterious things, I think. So we'll see. You guys are
a couple of the explanations I have are not necessarily cryptidy. So, it's totally fine.
Okay, good.
It's our podcast. We can do whatever we want.
Oh my God. I'm just like, don't jinx me with your ear stuff. Then I felt like I was getting like a weird tinnitus-y thing. Ah!
Yeah. It's contagious.
Yeah. Okay.
It transferred to you through the audio. All of our listeners are now gonna...
I know. I kind of want people to say they got haunted by our show, because I hear other people write into shows and be like, after I listened to you cover that haunted doll, I like got sick. But then I kind of don't want to wish that on people, you know?
That's creepy. I've never heard of that.
It is, right? I think it probably depends, right? Because maybe sometimes I think we're a bit more skeptical in some senses. Like,
yeah,
maybe have to believe that it's correlated, but I don't know. Like, maybe you just have to have a big enough listenership that like a certain percentage of people would report that to you, you know?
Yeah.
Like, let us know, guys, if we ever creeped you out, made something weird happen.
Make you think you're haunted.
Yeah, like maybe we're like you listened to us and your phone did something weird. Just even that kind of glitches. Love it. That's listening to something very loud downstairs, but okay, I don't think you can hear it. So
no, I can't hear anything. I think we're good.
Okay, good.
I realize now I forgot to do pictures, but these are, I mean, it's not too hard to look up.
No, everybody listening on an audio medium is like, I don't have time to look up pictures anyway. No, it's like I'm listening to people like, you should see the YouTube. I'm like, shut up. I'm not on the YouTube right now. You notice a lot of podcasts will do that now? I'll be like, oh, go watch us on YouTube, and you know why we're laughing right now. You're like, no. It's annoying. Then I have to switch. Yeah.
So I picked two different like cryptidy creatures. The first one.
Choose. But you can't pick just one. Nice.
The first one is called British flying rods.
Okay.
I hadn't heard of until I saw. Yeah, I hadn't heard of them until I kind of saw pictures of what they're kind of associated with, and I was like, oh, maybe I have heard of this before.
Okay, that was my initial reaction, is that I have not heard of that. So we'll see.
Yeah.
For me.
They're often reported in Great Britain and are sometimes also called ghost insects.
Oh, ghost insects.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're often compared to entities that are also referred to as sky centipede, and they resemble aerial anomalies called air rods. So they have a bunch of different like names or associated things to them.
Yeah, it's giving like a cigar shaped UFO vibes to me so far.
Kind of. It's also giving J.J. Abrams lens flares. Gordo, stop touching the screen. You keep hitting stuff and it's doing things to the screen because it's a touch screen.
Shaking that screen here, shaking that screen there.
Your little toe beans can activate the touch screen, okay? You have to be careful.
I'm just plugging my phone.
Yeah. So as far as like the British flying rods, there's only 2 known sightings, which makes them very rare in like the cryptic community.
True. Almost a Mothman. One and done.
Yeah. Right. The first sighting was in the year 2000 in Liverpool. According to a witness, there was a woman that was walking outside when a strange, fast-moving creature suddenly passed right in front of her face, like almost hit her face.
Oh, okay. Rude. No.
Yeah. It lasted for less than a second and didn't leave her much time to process what she had seen, but she afterwards described the object as an elongated and like insect-like, moving with an unnatural speed and precision before vanishing from view almost instantly. So it's gone pretty quick. It sounds creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skittering or slithering. Like the insect part makes me think, eee, it moves gross.
Yeah, but like in the air.
Yeah, how does that work? Trying to picture it, but
And the second sighting took place in an apartment building. This time, a centipede like object was reportedly observed hovering outside a window during the early morning. It appeared to stay suspended in the air, like hovering, showing no means of visible propulsion.
oh my
Just
god,
like
like a
floating
drone
outside the
would.
window.
Sorry.
Yeah, just like floating there outside the window.
But does it have like all these little feet? They keep saying centipede. It's like, oh.
Yeah, like I don't really know why they keep saying centipede instead of like a worm or a snake. Like, yeah.
Okay, so different like
Yeah.
part, like the body's segregated or sort of
Yeah,
whatever that
there's ones
word
about
is.
talk that say sometimes they're um yeah, they have like different sections and um have like wings or fins and stuff that appear to be moving. Very weird.
Ooh.
Yeah, so this thing's like hovering outside the window. And as dawn was approaching and the sun started rising, the entity abruptly accelerated and shot away at a speed that was so fast that the witness's eye could not follow it, and then it like suddenly disappeared.
Damn.
Which
It's zip
gross.
zopped. Yeah.
Yeah. Hate it that it was like just hovering there and then it was just like, the sun's coming up, goodbye.
Yeah. Clearly hanging out in a sort of hostile way or watching you at least. It's like, oh,
Yeah, it's freaking creepy.
oh. Yeah. Get enough of that from our own governments. Watch us.
So the person who first reported on these sightings, like wrote an article about it, ended up drawing a connection to similar sightings of what was described as air rod phenomena that had been reported from other parts of the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought
These
A-Rod was some
ones...
sort of a sports guy.
Think so.
Sorry.
Air rods are described as rod-shaped or segmented objects, often captured on video or seen by witnesses.
Okay, segmented. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah. I scrolled down when you said that, and I was trying to find it, and I couldn't see it in my notes.
I think I said segregated, which is kind of funny, so well, at least we'll just leave it in.
Yeah, so they're often captured on video or in pictures and are often seen by witnesses. And they're frequently dismissed as insects or like a reaction of like just blurring motion from something like passing by really quickly.
Okay. Or just like those wigglies you see in your eyes sometimes. Out of the corner of your eye. Yeah.
Yeah. However, this doesn't really account for the unusual behavior, structure, and speed described by some of the witnesses in the British sightings. Because those are sort of different than the air rod sightings. And this led that author to suggest that the British air rods or flying rods are a local variation of the same unexplained phenomena rather than a misidentification. So that they're related, they're like cousins or something.
Okay. Yeah, well, you get different legends around the world that are similar, but yeah, different tastes and stuff.
There are many more sightings of these like flying rods or air rods. They're also often called skyfish or UFO rods.
Okay.
And
skyfish.
Yeah, I like skyfish.
Is it the fish or is it the rod? I'm just confused now as a
fishing, sky fishing rod.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they have been sighted and captured on videos and in photographs since the 90s, described as cylindrical, often with undulating fins or wings that give them a distinct wavy motion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so it looks like they're like swimming in the air.
This is so crazy. That's like very specific. Right?
Yeah.
And they're kind of only in the UK? Or sorry, am I misunderstanding that?
The British flying rods are, but these like flying rods or the sky fish are found like reported all over the world, I guess.
Yeah.
So they're a little bit different and more common.
I guess we only kind of probably hear mostly about the ones from countries we're in or English speaking countries, and then like I heard someone say the other day, like so many are just in the US, but other countries like have UFO sightings. It's like, yeah, like you do hear about them on like almost every continent, like except uninhabited ones maybe. But then who would be there to see it, right? Like,
who would be there to report it?
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, more seen during eclipse. I wonder why that is. Because people are out looking up at the sky. It's just like sometimes it is kind of logical.
Everybody's looking up intently.
Yeah. And they're like, fuck, they're looking at us. Go hide.
Abort.
Stupid humans.
Yeah, so they have this like distinct wavy motion. They can move at incredible speeds and also become invisible to the naked eye.
Okay. That tracks with UFO movements.
Yeah. Believers state that their consistent appearance in footage, often witnessed in remote or unpopulated areas, suggests an undiscovered life form that has not been identified yet. While others think that they're simply insects creating this motion blur because they're being filmed at like a low shutter speed. So it's like over a long exposure time, it's like blurring.
It's like, wait, what did you say about maybe it was before recording lens flare on
that's why I said J.J. Abrams lens flare.
I forget. Yeah, what were you talking about? But I was just like, oh, that's like a lot of times people talk about like orbs, and I can't ever really tell from a picture if it's just dust or something. So that's why I don't always love an orb as a paranormal sort of.
This just looks like streaks of like light, kind of.
Yeah. Okay, so they're definitely always seemingly in motion, even if they're just hovering outside your window. Their wings are going.
That's the creepiest thing. I hate that part.
Yeah, because the way bugs are kind of creepy, and like snakes and things without invertebrates are kind of creepy. They don't have arms and legs and stuff. Yeah, I get it.
And then some people also claim that they could be extraterrestrials, little tiny aliens.
Wait, what? Okay, but not the craft, but a flying creature itself.
I think so, yeah. There's honestly not a lot of explanation for this one at all, so that's why I have a second creature. Other possible explanations for these air rods or flying rods are said to be plasma, which I don't know much about, but I guess is a state of matter that's formed during atmospheric electrical events like lightning. And plasma-based phenomena could create the illusion of structured moving objects in the sky. So I feel like I need to look up, I don't know, videos about plasma, but not in your blood.
Actually, okay,
plasma, but not the blood type.
It up. I do see the plasma. Or like, I don't know, yeah. Like, not even little rods, but almost like little beads in a row. Some of them look like, hey?
Yeah.
It does come up, like cryptids, when you go air rods, and then it like autofills.
Yeah.
Also called flying rods. Interesting.
Or skyfish.
But
or
okay, yeah. And then one example, one example is more like, I don't know, straight, like a flying weird submarine. I don't know. Strange. All shapes and sizes.
But I guess there have been multiple studies and tests that they've done where they've involved insects and birds being filmed at these low shutter speeds and have been able to duplicate the effects of many of the pictures and videos in like these very controlled environments.
That makes it hard, because sometimes they can duplicate things nowadays, or like even recreate them with maybe an AI or something, but like, so then you really never know what you're looking at is real or not. You're like, well, what the fuck?
It's even worse. The last 2 years have like just ruined everything.
Oh yeah, all the animal videos people be talking about on some podcasts. I can't tell. I'll be like watching a video of some animal on a trampoline, and then it's like, no, it's all fake.
Yeah.
And just like, and then they like spiral at it like every video they see, and you're like, oh no, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, that's what I hate. I just like am not watching anything anymore. I'm like, I just wanna stay off social media. It's a half of it's fake. What's the point?
And I do get the fear. It's not the fear that the, fucking crocodile or the owls on that trampoline bouncing is fake. It's that all the other shit they're gonna push down your throat from the people that want us to be placid. Yeah, they'll be like, oh no, this is the narrative we want you to believe. And then they take your voice and your face and they're making you do this. Like, you're like, no.
Yeah, that's the scariest thing to me is like them taking somebody's likeness and having them say something that they didn't consent to or anything like that. It's so scary. I couldn't imagine being like a celebrity or being in the public eye like that, where you would have people that would just want to do that.
They have a good example
and
of
you
that.
have no control over it.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw the new Running Man there with the Glenn Powell guy, but there's a scene where they do that to his character where they're like, he starts saying one speech and then they're just like, that's nice, basically, but we're going to play this. And that's all I'll say. It's like not what he said at all. Yeah.
That's so scary. I hate that.
Yeah. Oh, good movie.
I haven't seen it yet, but I think it's coming on one of the streaming sites. Once it's free, I'll watch it. I don't like paying.
I think we watched it for free, and now I have to watch. I wanted to watch The Running Man, and I also wanted to watch The Roof Man. I have to watch that one still with Channing Tatum and the.
Oh yeah, he lives in like Canadian Tire or something.
Yeah, like
something like that.
It's that living in the mall sort of daydream fantasy. Yeah.
Yeah. Sleepover at IKEA.
Yeah, we almost went to see it when we were visiting Mom last time, but then we ended up going and seeing the Tron, which was good too. So, whatever. Yeah. Sometimes you just want to see a movie, right? Like, and Scream 7 is out now. By the way, Pat wants to go see that.
Yeah, this weekend, right?
Yeah, I might have to take him for his birthday tomorrow. Just saying.
Yeah, be nice.
Yeah. Do you want to see it? You're probably working. You poor thing.
Yeah, I'm closed like all weekend.
Oh, poor Kelsey. I'm gonna get her to bed. She can't even have coffee right now, you guys. She's on a teeth whitening cleanse.
Last night was my last day, so I just had to make it through 24 hours after the last whitening, and then
oh my god, right,
I can be normal again.
So I tell myself when I had to get up this morning, I just have to get through this 10 hour shift. You'll be good.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All
right. Okay. I have like a page and a half about, or probably just a page, I guess, about this other one called the Boneless or Boneless.
Oh, okay. Okay, so this is the second one. Okay.
Yeah. Because I didn't have a whole lot about either of these, so yeah.
That's fair.
This was like mostly from Peculiar Britain.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Yeah. They had some fun descriptions of it, saying it's whispered about in isolated marshland and amongst peat diggers.
Okay, like peat moss and whatnot. Okay.
Yeah.
First it's almost like, wait, who's peat diggers? No. Yeah.
Right.
Also, I was busy writing down air rods and thought, it's almost AirPods. How did we not even think of that?
Right? The Boneless is said to be a shapeless, quivering entity.
Ooh. Like
I don't know if I've ever heard a... I don't know if I've ever heard a cryptid be described as quivering, but... Okay.
Oh, there's that one that, like, cries a bunch, but yeah, I don't remember his name.
Sniveling? I don't know.
Yeah.
With no bones or discernible face or limbs, it is... Why did both my cryptids have to have the word undulating? Their descriptions.
Are they both super kind of phallic shaped too? No. Just these long rods.
Vaguely. That's so funny.
But the second one's not the boner, it's the boneless. Jeez. Oh,
and this is more like a slug.
Oh no. I'm such a toddler. All right. Carry on.
Yeah. Oh god, I don't even want to read this sentence. I typed it.
You know my mind's always in the gutter.
I'm gonna let you finish your mouthful of drink before I say.
You don't want the first spit take? Amy Poehler had one on her podcast.
I just hate some of these words. Like undulating. An undulating mass of gelatinous flesh.
Ooh, that is a pretty bad one. All you're missing is moist.
Like, why did I type this? Yeah, almost that is moist. I don't know how they would know, but it's said to often be cold to the touch.
Oh god.
Don't know why we would know that. And eerily silent.
Flaccid. I was in the pool! George Costanza. Shrinkage! Sorry. Oh my god, that's so funny. It reminds me of like... Yeah, I know, we got the giggles.
I can't take anything else I wrote seriously now.
It's like when they're trying to do a scene and then like there's just bloopers of them just, no, we're giggling now. We can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, it's often cold to the touch and eerily silent. Some say it glows faintly with a phosphorescent shimmer, and others describe it, I'd say more often, describing it as absorbing light and appearing like a void against the reeds. Like, it's like a little black hole. Just like absorbs all the light and everything around it.
Black hole.
Time out. Go to a time.
I'm
gonna mute your mic for 5 minutes. I watched something where they did that to people.
They're always threatening to do it to Jake Johnson on his podcast because he's always like hitting on his co-host's mom. Pam and I. Gareth will be like, Jake. That's enough.
That's so funny.
Okay.
So this one also has a couple sightings, more sporadic over like centuries, really.
That's weird.
Yeah. I'd say like one of the more popular sightings was in 1950s when John Davies, who is a railroad worker, he had finished work and was heading home in Longdale on his motorcycle, and didn't really say why, but I guess just on the drive home he had this like weird need or like urge to stop. Like normally he would just go straight home and he didn't really need to stop for anything, but he just felt like stopping. So he had stopped, and it was after he stopped and was looking around that he saw this huge black slug-like creature that was making a scraping sound while it was crossing the road. Which sounds creepy, even though they said it was silent, but now it's making a scraping sound. Yeah.
And I don't know. Would it scrape? I guess. Do they move kind of like inchworms? Like up and down?
I don't know. Some pictures it looks kind of like the bottom part of a slug, because he described it looking like a huge black slug with the head of a whale. So it's got like a weird whale head with big dark pupils that are circling its white eyes. So like inverse eyes. I don't know what that means. Yeah, because it says dark pupils circling its white eyes. So like, wouldn't it be white eyes circling its dark pupils? I was confused by that part. But it was like inching across the road and heading towards the marsh area.
Ew, you know what? It grossed me out when they do the eyes.
Why did the...
Oh. Sorry. What did it
I was going to say, why did the boneless cross the road to get to the marsh?
I don't know where I could go from there. I always find it weird in the old, like, because you're talking about the pupils being the, like, white part or whatever. Just kind of opposite. Yeah, like you said. Sounds weird. It reminds me of like when you watch some of the old Scooby-Doo cartoons. I would hate they would just have like their eyes would just be like, I don't know, like black pupil, and then like just like more their flesh color around it. They like never gave them like whites in their eyes.
Oh, and yeah.
I hated it. I never watched those growing up, but then Rain, watch them, and Pat got her into them. I'd be like, oh, I hate the retro ones. They're weird looking. Everybody's got flesh eyes.
Yeah. I guess, so it like crosses the road in front of him, and I guess he goes on his way after that. Davies later learned that someone he knew had actually had had seen a similar creature in the valley, and had also seen it. I think they meant at like a different time they had seen it at the same location where Davies had seen it. So
okay, so a couple of sightings for this one also.
Yeah. For that. And then there was a this is so entertaining how they describe it. This is a description from the 18th century from Somerset levels. When they had descriptions of a slumpin' thing.
Oh, that's cute.
Right? That rolled out of the mist, leaving crushed vegetation in its wake and stinking of sulfur. So, like, it's a demon.
Yeah. Slumpin'. I wonder if that's
a slumpin' thing.
An old term, or sometimes I'll hear an old Scots term or something. I'm like, why don't we still say that? Like,
yeah.
It'll be like, oh, they'll say, no, I don't know if that's Scots. I don't know. Shoon instead of shoes, or just weird little things that sound like slightly different. You're like,
oh,
does that one weird you out?
Shoon?
Shoon? I'm trying to think. So some of them would be like close to words we would still use today. Like instead of crabby, like you might hear someone say like, "Oh, I was crabbit," or whatever.
Oh, that's not too far off.
Yeah, so some of those are kind of funny, or like, oh, they'd be like in the Outlander books, the kids be laughing because they're like, "Eat your creamed crud," and they're like, "Crud." It's like now we call it curd. And the modern kids were laughing. But also
your cruds and way.
Your cruds, yes, exactly. Or like they would call knitting. What was it? You never learned to clack it or something. But someone, okay, yeah, it must have been my mom. I got a book for Christmas. I got a couple of books about Scotland. One of them's called like How the Scots Invented the Modern World, and it's very interesting with things of like how like different educations and like the first library, like lending library to lend out books and stuff, was started in Scotland and different things like that. And then they were explaining how the word blackmail came about from a Scots word, because mail, it was from when they would like go and steal different cattle from the different clans, and then they would sometimes try to ransom them back. And then like, so the word mail in Scots meant like a rent, that you would pay. Like, because they would charge, like the lairds would take rents from their like tenants that lived on the lands around them and stuff. And then like usually the color of the cows that they stole were black, so when they ransomed the cows back, it became known as blackmail. And I was like, are you for real? Like,
that's
like,
crazy.
I know, it's just like such a one of those, like I love etymology of origins of words and stuff. Sometimes I just geek out. I'm like, oh, I'm such a word nerd. That's so fun. But yeah, really good book. Thanks whoever got it to me for
Gordo,
Christmas.
just
there.
stay over there. Stay over there.
El Gordo, you're too fat for your corner.
Yeah. Yes, he's a cute little fat man, aren't you? Yeah, so this thing like rolls out of the mist. Apparently it had chased a local shepherd boy who was later found in a stupor, mumbling about, and this is also a great description, I'm in love with it, a puddin' with eyes. It's constantly it's constantly described as pudding. I don't know why.
I do feel like that, yeah, that does seem like a very UK kind of description.
Yeah, because it happens like
to them, all their desserts.
Yeah,
yeah.
It happens.
You do picture something like melted. Sorry.
Yeah, all the older ones describe it as a pudding. A pudding. Yeah. Yeah, that's what the boy said. Another sighting was from Norfolk Broads, where a boat vanished overnight, and when it was found, it only had a thick smear of slime along the mooring post.
God,
it's like attacked by a monster.
Literal snail
attack
trail.
Of the pudding.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you alluded to earlier, you were talking about the other one. But if like these descriptions of it being a slug and like kind of boneless and a blobby thing, if these are true, then the creature would have to be a vertebrate.
Right.
despite its name of being boneless, because otherwise it would be very hard for an invertebrate to move on land without some sort of exoskeleton or endoskeleton. So, like,
tell that to, what is his name? Fucking Ivar the Boneless. Sorry.
He has bones though.
Yeah, exactly. But wasn't that his nickname? One of the Ragnar's sons.
Yeah.
Hot little Boneless.
Did you guys ever even finish that show?
I don't fucking think so, man.
Yeah, I feel like you didn't see the last couple seasons.
I really don't think I did. I don't know what happened. I just think they would like take away characters that I really liked watching.
Yes.
Be like, why the first one was the one left?
Yeah, and then and then they fucking killed the main character. Anyway.
How very Game of Thrones of them.
I know, right? But they kept him for half the show. And then they're like, no, wait, the show was always meant to be about his sons. Let's kill the main guy.
Because it's so historically accurate, right?
Yeah. It's great. So accurate. All these times they're supposed to be speaking different languages, and they're always suddenly in English.
Yeah. No, I don't know what happened, because I usually am quite the, like, finisher. What do they call it? People, you don't, like...
Completist.
You rage finish something. Yeah, you don't want to... I'm not sure what
I'm the opposite. I'm the one that stops watching stuff as soon as the last season goes. I watch so many things, and then I won't watch the last season.
You said that because we were talking about what, Grace and Frankie or something you turned me on to, as they say, and you were like, yeah, I never finished that. I never watched the last one.
I did end up watching that one, but I haven't seen the last season of Stranger Things. I haven't seen the last season of Shameless.
Last seasons, man. It's like Stephen King has his character saying that one of them It movies, endings are hard.
I hate them all. Even shows I love. Like it
stays perfect.
Didn't watch the third season of Squid Game either, even though I loved the first two seasons. Don't know why. I just can't. I have no interest in watching the third one now. Like,
it could depend on how much time. I don't know. Yeah. Sometimes they're like putting things out now where they're like, they just put out like what, the second half of the season 4 of Bridgerton. It was like, here's 4 episodes, and then I think they're just like, here's another 4, and that's your season. You're like, wait, so we're doing now?
Yeah.
It's like,
weird. I miss having an episode a week, but at the same time, the shows that I do have that are still airing an episode a week, I also don't really keep up with those either, so I don't know.
I found it very hard, yes, and we'll, not to tangent too much more, but like, the UK traders did a couple more a week this last season, and at the same time they were doing the US one, and it was airing once a week, and I'm like, that one the other one finished up so much faster, but this one everyone was like, I feel like we don't know who anybody is even just week to week, because like you forget, like we just met these people last week and we're like, who are you? Still halfway through the season we're like, who is this other white guy with dark hair again?
Yeah.
Too many. Yeah.
Okay, I don't have too much more.
Okay.
So there's this Carl Schuker, who's a cryptozoologist, and he believes it is not an animal, but an animal-like supernatural entity. I guess I could have looked this up. He thinks it's something known as a zooform phenomenon. I don't know what that means. I should have looked it up, actually. But that's what he
looks
thinks.
Like an animal, but isn't. Yeah.
This like boneless thing is. There's some folklorists believe that this is simply distorted memories of. This is really weird, and I have no idea how this would work. But they think it's simply memories distorted memories of bog bodies, which are preserved human remains that get dredged up from the mires and are
Yeah, they
swollen and
are.
disfigured by time. I don't
It's like
understand
being
how
in
that would
cold
be
water. Sorry.
like a black slug inching across a road, but sure.
Yeah, what does
Hope
that have
not.
to do with bog bodies being preserved like perfectly, like they're in some sort of cold water or something?
Yeah.
Okay, what did you call the thing again? The
The zoo form.
oh, thank you.
Like zoo and then form phenomenon.
Okay, because I'm just gonna see if there's some quick definition. A term coined to describe entities which resemble animals but are allegedly paranormal or supernatural in nature. Okay.
Okay. So basically what you said. And then so they think it could be bog body related. I don't know how that would work. Others say it's a representation of the fear of becoming lost in the marsh. So it's kind of become like a folklore, like warning story. Don't wander into the marsh.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Some cryptozoologists believe that the boneless could be a misidentified giant slug, which is a rare marine creature that gets pulled inland during a storm. Or it could even be an undocumented species of jellyfish that has adapted to freshwater marshes. Also, another wild theory.
Yeah, an interesting theory I wasn't ready for.
Like bodies, jellyfish, figment of your imagination.
Fucking weird, though. I don't know. It's like the way they say octopus could be like aliens because they're just so different from a lot of other creatures. Yeah. They're like, I don't know. Could be.
Yeah, I guess, but these explanations don't really explain how in witness stories the boneless's ability to change shape. Witnesses speak of the creature like flowing through narrow spaces, expanding to block footpaths, or splitting into smaller globs that then later rejoin. Yeah. Which I didn't run across any of those descriptions of sightings. So, like, where's those descriptions?
Yeah.
In this one sentence, I was like,
yeah,
that sounds interesting.
If that's the case, it sounds more like that old movie Flubber, or, the Blob or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I loved Flubber when I was young. Right? We had it on VHS. I watched it so many times. I was like,
you probably saw Flubber, right? For some reason,
yes.
I think I looked up his IMDb the other day, Robin, and I was like, oh yeah, Flubber.
It just makes you sad. Makes me sad.
Just to know he's gone, but he was a treasure. Yeah.
Yeah, my childhood was like the Jumanji movie and Flubber and
Aladdin.
Aladdin, absolutely.
For me, Aladdin, Fern Gully, probably the first couple of things I really, I was like, oh fuck, you're so funny.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Robin.
Yeah. So like, yeah. Apparently, it can break apart and like rejoin together. There was another sighting in 1932 that described it as a gray pudding this time instead of a black pudding.
That makes me think of Beauty and the Beast. Try the gray stuff; it's delicious. Be our guest, be our guest.
During this sighting, they said it slithered under a cottage door and extinguished every candle in the house and left behind only a trail of thick mucus-like residue. Which is wild.
You had me grossed out at slither. Then you bring the mucus on.
Yeah. Did it do anything other than extinguish the lights in the candles in your house? Because that's weird.
And why does it have to be gross enough to slither and leave slime? Because snakes slither, but they are not slimy, contrary to what some.
That's why it's like a slug thing. It's like a slug pudding.
Delicious
pudding slug.
It sounds like something from Harry Potter. Slughorn's pudding.
Yeah. No. Yeah, those sightings are rare or dismissed as drunken tales. There's plenty of local legends that persist. In Dartmoor and the Yorkshire Dales, children are actually warned not to go wander into the fog, lest the boneless come sliding.
And the Yorkshire Dales, and I'm sorry, but it's described as a pudding. Like a Yorkshire pudding?
I know, that's what I thought. It's like, stop calling it a pudding.
I fucking love Yorkshire pudding! Give me some beef! Where's the beef? Okay.
Yeah, so like sorry. Children are warned off not to wander into the fog lest the boneless come sliding. That's what it said.
Stay away from that London fog.
Yeah. Yeah, and while it's not as popular or as like touristy or cashed in as like they said the Loch Ness Monster or the Black Shuck.
Yeah, true.
It remains part of a lot of the oral history with locals and everything.
Really?
So it's quite popular with locals and stuff, even though other people might not necessarily know about it, which I thought was kind of cool.
Local to this particular region in England with the Yorkshire and the whatnot. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't heard of it in
all these like marshy areas.
Before. Yeah. The fucking marshes. Those are crazy. Those like peat bogs can preserve a body and all that other shit. So interesting that they compared to like the Loch Ness Monster and I don't know.
Yeah, because they said like, oh, they haven't like cashed in on this as like a tourist thing like they did with the Loch Ness Monster and stuff. So it's like, okay.
Yeah. They have enough tourism in the region, I guess.
Probably.
Or the way like sometimes quote unquote haunted hotels will like lean into it or away from it where they're like, oh no, that doesn't happen here or whatever. You're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Put her to bed. Okay. No, go for a break.
I know.
Yeah, we'll take a quick one. I think mine isn't that long either.
No.
Yeah, it's 5. Only 5.
Yay! I am.
Yes, Christina, and that's why we drink doing a 2-parter, and she was like, I'm sorry, it turned out to be like 20. And I was like, what is your usual one? She's like, 7 or something.
Oh my god.
Oh. Right? Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's a pretty interesting one. They true crime in a Disney coded neighborhood called Celebration, Florida. You might have heard of it, where it's all like it's almost on Disney property. They like pipe in fake snow and stuff. It's very like nothing would ever happen in this idyllic town in Florida. Except for like probably a family annihilator, right?
Damn.
Oh god. Terrible.
Crazy.
All right, we'll be right back.
Hey, I'm Jill, the host of the Murder Shelf Book Club podcast. Every other week, I feature a true crime book by one of my favorite authors, telling you the story with respect for the victims and loved ones. But I don't stop there. A psychology educator who's also studied serial killers, I analyze the cases and I endeavor to explain the whys. Why do people do this? Told in trilogies, Part 3 is dubbed Second Cast, where I cast a wider net going into some surprising, bone-chilling directions. Cold cases, homicides, missing persons, serial killers, and stories from history. These both fascinate and appall us. This is a true crime book club, so read with me or let me read for you. Join the Murder Shelf Book Club podcast and see what I'm pulling off the murder shelf next.
So, takes place. Oh, that's better. This takes place in Lake Common on the Isle of Wight in the UK. And it's spelled Wight, Wight. Kind of like those little cryptidy creatures in Game of Thrones. The Wights!
Yeah.
Yeah, they were... I think the Wights were like what the White Walkers could resurrect. They were kind of like the dumb zombies or something.
I can't even remember.
Oh, I think we were just talking about how you didn't finish Game of Thrones, but
I did finish Game of Thrones.
I know we watched the last episode. Yeah, I thought we were talking about Game of Thrones. We were talking about shows that were hard to finish though, or something. I can't remember now. Oh, you didn't start.
There's plenty.
Well, yes, but also you said you hadn't watched any of the Knight of Seven Kingdoms because you didn't want to deal with anything Game of Thrones,
Yeah, I also am not watching House of the Dragon and any of those other ones.
Honestly, I mean, if you get to them eventually, like, you might like them, but it's fair. I get it. I totally get it. Okay, so this one, it was in the 70s. Is that when yours started? Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, this one's kind of like a one-off as well. Which, yeah, it's kind of weird. The byline is, basically an approximate 7-foot tall humanoid with a colorful costume appearance is seen and speaks to 2 children. They have a little encounter with him and his strange mannerisms and strangely shaped features. And he was basically never seen again. And I was like, oh, like Mothman.
Yeah, one and done. Left a big impression the first time.
Honestly, I couldn't even remember that. I'd heard this one before, but I was like, oh, he like only appeared once, I guess. Okay. Made quite an impression, apparently. So it's on this very small island too. So like, yeah, exactly. It's kind of like that small town. Nothing ever happens here, kind of like that small town murder podcast I listen to. It's a quaint, picturesque isle off the coast of England near Southampton, just down the road from Salisbury, on to Worthing and Brighton, because I had to include some British geography, like doing wine and crime. And incidentally, nearby there's a Winchester Crawley and a Bournemouth.
A Winchester Crawley?
A place called Winchester, a place called Crawley, and a place called Bournemouth or Bournemouth. I can only imagine.
Oh.
Reminded me of Jason Bourne because that's how it's spelled. Bourne.
Oh, okay. Bournemouth. Interesting.
Geography. No Peniston this time, unfortunately. The children in question who encountered this creature or being were only identified as a 7-year-old girl named Faye and her friend who was unnamed in any of the sources.
Oh, geez. It doesn't even get a name.
Damn it. Don't want to name those minors. But yeah, it's like one day they're not far from the Sandown Airport on the Isle of Wight. They're hanging out, walking along a path with a footbridge near it when they saw a blue-gloved hand poke out from underneath the bridge.
Oh no, that's some like fucking Pennywise in the sewers.
Like a troll, yeah.
I don't like.
I don't know how to feel, yeah. Also, it was weird, had been accompanied by, they heard a weird wailing, an odd wailing noise, like a siren of some sort. So, yeah. I don't know. They saw a figure climb up out of the creek from under the bridge. Under the bridge. Chili Pepper song. Okay. And it dropped his book in the water. Which sucks.
What?
He was carrying this like notebook thing and he dropped it in the water. So he had to go back down to retrieve it and shook like the water off, I'd imagine. And then he headed off into this nearby hovel, which appeared to be a metallic sort of hut, from what I can gather. Yeah.
An RV.
Yeah. But I was like, wait, what
woods,
is this?
under a bridge.
This is only like 50 some years ago, so I mean they should know if it's a camper van, but they're kids, you never know. And then they like, oh yeah, it had gone off into its little hut, and then most sources said they heard it ask, "Are you still there?" when they kept walking towards it or along. Yeah. But he also seemed to struggle to speak a bit, so that was kind of weird. But the pair of friends continued along, and straight into his little hut, where they got a good look at him for the first time. Kids, don't talk to strangers.
Yeah, go into their house, stare at them.
I still love the way Christy from Sinisterhood puts it with the, not don't talk to strangers necessarily, but like adults won't ask you for help. You're a kid. Or like,
yes,
like the, yeah, serial killer, like the Ted Bundy. Oh, I need help. Yeah, no. Which is unfortunate because it makes people like not want to help people on the side of the road and stuff, which is unfortunate. Let's be clear, but yeah, just
you pull up, you ask somebody if you can call a tow truck for them. That's all you need to offer.
You can, exactly. Yeah, you can make a call. So he wore this very strange clown-like clothing, and held or had some sort of black-knobbed microphone with a white flex attached, which was a quote.
What?
Don't know if the flex means like a cord, you know? But
yeah, that's really weird. Okay.
It's so weird.
Down out in the forest.
And that's why I love this case, because it is fucking weird.
Yeah.
He seemed to speak into this mic like almost like a voice adapter, the way it's described. It's like, want to play a game? No, but you know what I mean? What's your favorite scary movie? It seems like he's talking into this thing that like his voice is coming out of, or a voice is coming out of. Yeah. And then the once he gets the voice thing figured out, then the siren noise all stopped. So that was good. These siren ambulance noises are coming out.
Didn't like megaphones used to be able to do that? You could make it do like...
Ooh. Like the feedback when something... Yeah.
Yeah.
The awful screechy sound.
That too.
Exactly. That's like such a movie trope, eh? They get up, tap, tap, mic on. Yeah. Oh, can't believe how my mic sounded so quiet when I tried to record myself. It was terrible. Sorry. Nothing's good without Kelsey here. Okay, so yes, he spoke into it. Oh god. Also his description, he had triangular shaped eyes, a square brown nose, and a yellow oval of a mouth. Everything made him sound like his eyes and nose and stuff were like cut out of paper by a kindergartner. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's a weird description. Sound like a jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, triangular eyes? Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're right. He wore a yellow pointed hat, a green tunic, white pants, and some sources said he had limbs like wooden slats. I don't know.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
I'm like a just, you know, like a wooden, yeah, like board. But Yeah, definitely kind of weird, not exactly human body, because he hardly moved his lips when he did speak, and he had apparently like no neck to speak of, so just kind of head on whatever. Oh, I will have to put some pictures. Oh, I should have put some on the drive, but I'll put some on our Instagram. There, people have done renditions of him, and it's
I can imagine. It sounds great.
Cartoon character, yeah, like children's character. His head was sporting some stringy reddish hair. According to some, his head was almost a perfect sphere.
Oh no.
And two wooden antenna stood out from his head as well.
Damn.
And yeah, apparently more were protruding from his body, or they might have been part of his outfit, so maybe that's why people said he looked like he had wooden slats legs or whatever. I'm not too sure. He was said to have an extremely pale, papery white skin. Oh, hang on. It's giving me the please charging because I put the other headphone in. Okay. While they were walking to the hut, they noticed his odd, high-stepping gait. So, like, he walked with his knees high, which...
Oh, no.
I know. Other podcasts are like, we'll try not to read too much into that, like he's some sort of, I don't know, Nazi goose stepper or whatever.
Yeah. Or from is it the Monty Python, the Bureau
Ministry
of Silly Walks or what?
Yeah. Yes. I know. Just like kicking their legs out like they're gonna do a chorus line, and then it's just like back down again. The weirdest movements.
Yeah.
So jarring. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Yeah, he's weird. He had 3 fingers apparently on each of those hands and 3 toes on each foot. Oh, right, that was the first part of that. Okay. Sorry. When they got to this hut, they looked around it, and it had green and blue papered walls in some sort of a pattern of dials, and also a metal floor. So, like, I was like, cool. Oh, it's got, like, wallpaper or something? I'm not really sure. But
wallpaper and metal floors.
Everything said it was green and blue, and then the one source said it was a pattern. And I was like, okay. Because wallpaper, as we all know, is very difficult to remove.
Yep.
Maybe it was schematics. If it's dials and things, it could be showing the workings of the ship. Who knows? I don't know. Metal floor.
Yeah.
Had some weird, sort of like rough looking furniture and things made of wood. Then the conversation proceeded in what they described as a non-sequential manner. And he could write the words down. So sometimes he was pointing out the words he'd written in the order to read them because they weren't written in like a sentence.
Okay. Very weird.
So in that way, he introduced himself and called himself All Colors Sam. Basically, he spelled out a sentence that went, hello, and I am all colors, Sam. And he was very colorful, so...
Yeah, with his white pants and green tunic and...
brown nose and yellow... brown nose and yellow eyeballs or something.
Yeah.
He's got the jaundice, no.
He does sound like he was invented by children.
Exactly. And his poor children trying to describe him. Yeah.
Picking colors out of, like my niece picking crayons out of her little thing. It's just like, you color with the brown now. Here's a yellow. Here's orange. Here's green. Here's white. I want this color now. Here, color with this. And you're like, I don't want to.
Jack went up the hill. Yeah. But it's like, oh, did I say how? It said she was like 7. So, like, the kids are not very tall. So, it does track, I guess. But they asked him some questions. don't you get it twisted. They did try to ask him. They said, "Are you a man?" And he laughed and said, "No." "A ghost?" And he was like, "No." "Well, not really, but I am in an odd sort of way," is what he said to that. So, I don't know.
What does that mean?
Exactly. And then they had to interpret that and then ask, "Well, what are you then?" And Sam just said, "You know."
Whatever I feel like.
So coy. Yeah. He's playing hard to get. But he did tell them proudly all about how he'd built his hut himself. And they noticed it had 2 full floors. So it wasn't just like really a hut when you think about it, to me.
Yeah.
Like,
what?
Floors. It had an electric
Built a
heater.
house.
Yeah, man. It's a hovel. It's a hobbit home at least. And then he told them all about his diet of berries and river water, basically.
Oh no. He's got the diarrhea.
But like he's surviving here. I don't know if this is where he came from. Like yours,
Yeah.
but he proceeded to consume some berries in front of them, if you could use that word for it, because he ingested them in a very strange way that looked like he was doing some sort of sleight of hand magic.
What?
He doesn't put them from his hand to his mouth and chew and swallow. He puts it into his ear.
Oh my god.
Like an uncle at a party. He's like, "Whoop!" And then he shakes his head. And then it comes out into his eye. And then he puts it, and then it's in his mouth and he eats it. And will be taking no further questions.
That is the weirdest thing.
Multiple sources just describe it slightly differently, but I'm like, it sounds like a dad at a party trying to do a trick where he's like, "Got your ear, got your nose." And then he's like, "Oh, well, it's not in your ear anymore. It came out of your nose." You're like, "No." Fenrir. The dog just poked his head on me, scared me half to death. Okay, so that's Sam, and he's living off the land, the berries. He was treating the river water somehow to make it potable as well, which he didn't explain how. Yeah, maybe he did and they didn't understand it, but he was making it drinkable. He also explained to the children that he was very scared of humans and was a very non-violent being that would never defend himself if he was attacked. So, like, he's very Gandhi over here.
Yeah.
Finally, after about a half an hour of visiting, he bid them goodbye. Adieu. They simply carried on their merry way about their days, and they didn't tell any of their grown-ups until maybe about a week later.
Oh, wow.
Unsure. Yeah, the timelines. Because they didn't tell anybody at first are a little muddied. They didn't think they would be believed, which is fair. But also because they also thought that like maybe the grown-ups couldn't see him because there had been a man working nearby when they met Sam the Sandown Clown, and the man had not reacted to him at all. Which is interesting.
Creepy.
Yeah. They said he was working on this fence post. He's like fixing it and like, obviously in sight of them, but he does not react. And other sources said there was 2 workmen around the area, but either way, neither of them seemed to notice Sam at all. So it's kind of weird. Eventually, the way we know what happened, it was recorded in an article by the British UFO Research Association, or Bufora, in 1978. I hadn't heard of them. Yeah.
No.
I've heard of MUFON. So Norman Oliver titled the article, "Ghost or Spaceman, 73. He also spoke to the subjects, which he said went by Mr. Y, and like his unidentified kids. So I'm like, maybe Mr. Y is Faye's father. I don't know, fake names, whatever.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they like said it was early June-ish when she first recounted the visit, and that was, you know, after it initially happened. So it probably happened maybe around middle of May. Like, they're not sure. Whatever, it's not really important. But Mr. Y said of his kid, quote, "I get the impression that Faye was somehow taken into a bubble of alien reality created by this strange personage. Yeah. And also, it's duly noted that Mr. Y had had his own experiences that may have influenced him in his beliefs, which was once on October 20th of 1970, he had witnessed a UFO while driving from Shanklin to a place called Ride with a Y. It's about a 13 to 16 kilometer drive, and one source said it was kind of playing hide and seek with him. The UFO, like, popping in and out or peeking, I don't know. So there was that, and on March 1st of 1972, he had sat on a cliff in Compton Bay. He was sat, as they say in the UK. He was sat on a cliff. Google didn't like when I phrased it like that.
I know, I had a bunch of stuff underlined, and I was like, I am not rewording all of these sentences.
No, that's how they said it, man. And he saw, this was kind of cool or weird, I thought, 2 yellow points of light peering up at him from the dark water below, like out of the ocean. So he was like, it looked like eyeballs. Okay. Sorry, where it gets me with the theories on these 2 very brief encounters, or 3 if you count the Sandown Clown and the dad's 2 encounters. Aliens, ghosts, time travelers, you know, your standard theories. I hate to throw it out there, but people always say the folie à deux, which is basically just madness of 2, or fucking, I hate it if it has to sound like mass hallucination. To me, that's just like such a lame excuse, you know? When they can't think of anything else that fits it. Cryptid, prank, or a beetle, as in Ringo Starr. So this
Why
one source,
is he harassing children in the forest?
I know. Why would he have the time? But somebody said he was in the area around the time, and they say around the time, but then they say he was filming a movie called That'll Be the Day around 1975. So I don't know if that exactly lines up with the kids' interaction, but because I thought they said that was 73. Anyway, but again, random theories. Love to throw it in there because some say that he used to go around wearing clown makeup. So maybe there's a connection because of that. It's not that convincing, I know. And the only other evidence, I would say, quote unquote, is that in the movie there is the co-star David Essex that has a scene in the film where he's seen throwing a book into a stream, which I just think is blasphemous to books. But it could resemble what happened, you know, with the guy, the creature, you know, dropping his book or whatever. So, like, honestly, it's like Mothman. That was the only ever sighting. The only other thing I had was how it's like a small, beautiful little touristy, like, lovely place to go where you can go see a castle, Carisbrooke Castle, museums, and you're so close to the sea, and blah, blah, blah. And I think that was really like it, really, when you get down to it.
Yeah.
But that one.
It reminds me of the one I covered a while ago, the Bunny Man, where it was like, oh yeah, you can visit the bridge and all this stuff.
Right.
But it was like the same kind of thing, like just one sighting or whatever, and then disappeared. And it's like, you can go visit. It's really nice.
Yeah, I think I might have filed that one away as like, oh, it's kind of like the Loveland Frogman, maybe, or one of them frogmen had a bridge thing. But yeah, when there's not a lot of evidence, you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Honestly, we smashed that out, you guys. We'll have to get on Patreon. You know, it's like I like what Creeps and Crimes does, where they'll do like one on their Patreon that is less about the cases and it's more kind of their catching up and their
yes,
they call it their piping hot goss. It's just about their life and stuff. And honestly, it is really usually interesting. And sometimes I'm like, I'm boring, but then other times I'm like, I haven't caught up with Kelsey, and I could probably talk to her like we were talking for
6 hours straight.
Started, yeah. And sometimes off mic we're pretty interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we have rich internal lives.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Things have been going on over here. Like, yeah. We're empty nesters now, guys, officially. But we haven't had time to talk about that. So I'm just going to leave it as is.
Oh, no.
All sad. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Haven't you had time to talk to my bestie for the rest of y'all? And then trade.
I know. I wish I wasn't working this weekend. And then we
Boo! You do work so much.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
I think next weekend maybe we can. We'll plan. We'll catch up.
Oh, that'd be good. And guess what? My birthday is on a Saturday, so maybe.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's always. It's not unfortunate, but it's your mom's is the 13th. So I think it's the day before mine. Which I'm like, I had that in my family a little bit, but it was only my grandpa's birthday, so it wasn't as something where like you have to immediately celebrate your mom.
Yeah.
Shout out to, is her name Donna?
Yeah.
I'll bleep it. No.
Is her name Beep?
They do that sometimes, and I'll be like, shut up,
It's so
guys.
funny.
Or like on Wine and Klein. I just said Wine and Klein because I was thinking how they call everybody like Blortney instead of Courtney when they're like talking about their friends or whatever, just to be like pretend. Anyway, whatever.
My favorite thing ever is people bleeping stuff that doesn't need to be bleeped, and it just makes it sound really bad. Whenever
it does.
So funny.
It's a really good time. I'm gonna get
You're
a
like,
bleep
and then
thing.
beep, and beep said beep. Like, Jesus, what's happening?
Like, oh shit! Or the one I used to listen to an Alanna podcast where they would make a bicycle horn noise. Ha 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 ha. But that just makes me think of like a punchline now, right? It's like it's clown noise.
Clown. Yeah, clown on a tricycle.
Love it.
Wow.
Oh my god, you guys. Well, it's been a slice. Hope y'all are doing well.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah. We missed you.
Yeah. I missed everybody. It was weird not recording for, 3 weeks again?
It's so fucking weird. Because this is like one of my main social interactions nowadays, you guys. It sucks. We need to get out more. But that's a problem with the patriarchy and of us all having to work too hard, isn't it?
Yep.
Fuck
Screw
yeah.
them.
Fuck the patriarchy, and let's go 2026, baby.
Yep.
Let's get good.
Well, we will catch up with y'all next. Yeah. I almost said next week. Next time. I think we're gonna do our what was going to be this episode. We just put them out of order for recording. So next episode will be the spree killer episode. So
sorry about the spree killing and also the school shooting that I picked. I didn't realize it was a school shooting until I looked it up. It was just the date. I tell you, I get suckered in by a birthday near date. Speaking of March 13th.
Oh, damn. Yeah. Yeah, so if that's a hard episode or anything like that, we understand if you don't want to listen. There's a lot going on in the world and gotta take care of yourself first.
Yeah, exactly. That's my mental health. Sometimes I have a hard time with our true crime stuff. Lately, it can be tough.
Yeah. It's been harder to like find cases. I don't know if it's just like in the last year they like how you search in like Google and everything. When I'm trying to find stuff, it's always like statistics and then like I don't know, stuff comes up weird. It's a lot harder, I find, to try and actually find cases or even like listicles of things anymore.
Oh yeah, especially when it's like a sort of category like that, where like if you just Google spree killers, you'll get a bunch of like, here's a list on Wikipedia. That's some other crap. You're like, oh, yeah. Sorry about it, but we all still listen to true crime sometimes.
If you guys have any suggestions or any cases like that, especially funny ones or really interesting or weird ones with like a surprise twist that you want us to look into, it would be greatly appreciated. You can send it our way.
Especially too if you just want something that's a little more a con crime or something that's a little less murderous. I'm down with that. Yeah. All right. Well, everybody, keep it together. Keep it up. Keep your mental health in gear. We got you. Somebody was wearing a shirt at work today. I was just like, the person behind me is worthless and deserving. And somebody, I was like, wait, did you have like a positive affirmation on the back of your shirt? Because that's amazing. I think we all need to see that right now.
See, and the funniest thing I've seen recently was a bumper sticker that said, "Sorry for following too close in front of you." I was like, oh yeah. Because I couldn't read it, and I stopped behind them, and I had to pull up a little closer to be able to read it. And then I was like,
because
damn.
You have to. It's like the bumper stickers. If you can read this, you're probably too close.
Like, sorry for following too close in front of you. Like, this is great.
If you're still reading this, you're probably looking at my tits. No.
Yeah.
Like, what?
It's like, my eyes are up here.
Oh my god, that's funny. That's so funny, though.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep ones. I will say I put a lot of the different pins in my purse, and they don't last as long on there as they do on my, like jacket or whatever. Obviously, I use my purse like every day, whereas like, you probably wear my freaking creepy coat jean jacket like 3 months of the year, but still, it's dangerous putting pins on your purse, man. Be this a PSA to the rest of you. We're here for the hard-hitting topics, guys. People can't get enough of that right now.
Come to us for your daily news updates. What's going on in the world?
Your escape from reality. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, here's to beginning of March, a new Chinese calendar year, a new Scream movie, all sorts of new stuff, so it should be good.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Catch you next time.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Castles and Cryptids. We love all our listeners and appreciate every subscriber, every new review, every listen, rate, and download. Our music is by Kobe Off Air, and our cover art is by Antonio Garcia. We are also a proud member of Darkcast Network, where you can find the best and spookiest of all indie podcasts. Follow us on social media, where we are at Castles and Cryptids on mostly all of the things, now including TikTok. Check out our bonus content on Patreon. Cryptid clashes, video minisodes of your hosts making asses of themselves, Ask Me Anything, quizzes, other special episodes, and more. Starting at just $2 a month, you can get 1 to 2 extra episodes, depending on your level. We produce, edit, and research everything ourselves, and any support you can lend helps us to keep it cryptic.